Hello guys and welcome back, and I am a fool. Those two jiggies we were missing, we already got, and I in fact just kind of blew them off and never actually acquired them. They are the two jiggies we got from completing those mini games. They are up on top of the castle stockade, so there's one of them for completing the balloon mini game, and here's one for completing the ring mini game. And now we have all the jiggies that we can get in Witchy World, and we have everything else we can get in Witchy World. So we will only need one return trip here, well, actually two for a mission in another level. But we are now done with Witchy World, and we are going to move on in this video. And I don't believe there's anything that we can go back and do in any previous level now that we have moves from this one. There would have been the power hut in Glitter Gulch Mine, but we have already completed that. So I believe we will just be moving right on to the fourth world, which we have to go unlock first. And Grunty's going to say that we can't leave with food again, and, you know, I've already said that. I don't know why I have food on me unless I still have fries left over, but I am not sure, so we are just going to leave and ignore it. It's not important at this point. Yeah, evidently I had fries left, which are now gone. We can't do anything with that Humblewumba's wigwam yet. I will address that issue when we can do something with it, but we have a few levels to go first. There's not much I can think of that we have to do in the outer world, except for the stuff in the new area of the Isle of Hags we will be opening up by opening this level. But there aren't any backtracking things to do this time around as there were after Glitter Gulch Mine. But if we come into Jiggy Wiggy's temple, we will be able to do challenge number 4 and possibly also 5 if we wanted to. I might have enough excess jiggies by now to do challenge 5. But I don't know. I'm not really going to worry about it. This puzzle is harder than the last. There's more pieces missing. Like I said, just go around the outside edges at first, or do what I'm just kind of doing and guessing. Yeah, there we go. So again, this is just basically a puzzle challenge. There's not much more I can say about it. The fourth level, however, I have more than mixed feelings about. I'm sure any of you who have ever played this game will vividly remember what this level is. It is Jolly Roger's Lagoon, and is in fact probably one of the best themed but most annoying to complete levels in either of the two Banjo-Kazooie games on the N64. I have not played Nuts and Bolts, so I can't really talk about it. The nice thing about this mission is it's got a good theme, it's got a good idea going to it. It's rather large, and there's actually some interesting mechanics and moves and other things added in this level. However, most of it is water, and the water mechanics and water controls of pretty much any game on the N64 are far less than spectacular. So it's going to be painful, at least, possibly more than that, but we will see as it goes. It will take probably quite a while. There's lots to do. There's a somewhat challenging boss, and there are plenty of places to go. And actually, there are plenty of missions that we can't actually do yet in Jolly Roger's Lagoon. Yeah, we do have enough jiggies to attempt challenge number 5. I would have gone and opened level 5, except I don't want to get ahead of myself, and I don't want to waste any more time in this video. We can't actually use the silo to get where we need to yet. We have to enter it from the plateau. And this area of the Isle of Hags has Mumbo, the outside world Mumbo, and another egg upgrade for us, and actually has an Isle of, or I think it might be, there might be two, but it has the Isle of Hagg's train station also. So it's an important area, although you don't spend a whole lot of the game doing anything there. And of course, to show that you've completed Witchy World, or at least gone there once before you move on, the only way to open up the cliffside is by splitting Banjo and Kazooie up, which of course we learned in Witchy World. Yes, the train station is to my right, and we are actually going to go open it up in just a second. But we have Jam Jars here, who is going to teach us about ice eggs. Now, ice eggs are the eggs that I was talking about that would be really helpful against Old King Cole. If you use ice eggs against Old King Cole, it'll take, I think, 1 or 2 hits per section of his body to break. So it makes him a lot easier to defeat, but we would have had to wait until now to unlock the train, which really isn't that much of an issue. We can't really use the train for much before we get the ice eggs, but there's no reason we couldn't have tackled Old King Cole when we did. But out here we will find the Outer World train switch, and it will open the doors. You can see there's a ledge there with a mumbo pad on it, and that will actually play an important part in a later mission of a later level. That is actually a rather long mission, but that will be addressed when it comes. The Globo for Mumbo is actually a regular Globo, unlike it is for Humba Wumba, but the Globo for Mumbo is out on that pedestal you see coming out of the nothingness off the side of the cliff. Yes, this cliff never ends. It goes all the way down to a bottomless pit, yet there's a column sticking out of it with a building on it. Anyway, the silo entrance is over here, and we don't need to go over that column yet, so we're not going to worry about it. And this is the entrance to Jolly Roger's Lagoon. It took more time in the video than I would have liked it to, but we can still get along. Okay, important thing about Jolly Roger's Lagoon. If we break this open with a bill drill, we will get a coin. They are called doubloons. I believe there are 28 doubloons within this area around the town center of Jolly Roger's Lagoon. And you will end up using all 28 of them if you want to complete everything in Jolly Roger's Lagoon. Because there are things that you need to buy, and there's a room actually in this inn here at Jolly's that you need to rent, and that will cost you two doubloons. There is a Jiggy that you can buy for 20 doubloons, a Cheeto Page for 5 doubloons, and a pair of running shoes for 1 doubloon. And I need to get up on this roof because there are things for us to do up here. Okay, up on the roof of Jolly's, if we come over here, there will be a shock jump pad that will lead us up to a crack in the wall that we can grab and shimmy along. And defeating the enemy, we will move on around the corner. And in fact, we will get our first item. It is that empty honeycomb you can see there. And I just want to get this out of the way quick so I can, you know, say I got something accomplished in this video. There's not much more to this pipe than just getting this extra honeycomb. But if we are to drop down below, there are doubloons at the bottom of this pool. And I think there's 4 of them. There's 2 above this grate and 2 over above that grate. There is actually toxic waste being poured into this pool right now, as you can see there. These pigs will tell us about it. Hopefully I won't have to talk to them though, because we are running a bit lower on time than I would like. There are doubloons along these posts, and we will be getting all of them. I just wanted to grab those 2 quick. But we are going to go inside of that pipe and shut off the smudge or muck. There are other things that we can get in here too, I think. There might be one other thing, I'm not sure though. Either way, we do need to turn that sludge off though, so we will be doing this. Actually, this is part of a two-part mission that we can't actually complete yet. We need to do something from actually a very, very much later level to complete it. But hitting that switch will turn off the toxic waste disposal, and then sludge will no longer flow out of the pipe and into those piglets' pool. And so, hey, maybe we've just done a good deed, because we're not going to get a jiggy for this, not now anyway, because the pool is too hot. The water is clean, but the water is too hot for them to go in now. It will fry them like bacon, but we can't resolve that issue yet. That black ginger you see over there is actually a minjo. We're not going to bother with it. And up here we have feathers, eggs, and a life, and that is about it. But that is necessary, so I wanted to get it out of the way. The rest of this video are probably just going to be collecting some doubloons and probably spending them. There are the ones I already got. There's one on all of the posts that run alongside the water side, so there are 2 over here. There are 4 in this big pool of water towards the back. If you can see that off in the distance, although the cave kind of blocks him, there's a black ginger. We can't actually get the black ginger yet. We need those running shoes to get him. So I will grab the 4 doubloons that are here, and then we will desperately try to make our way back, because there are actually a couple things that I would like to get done before the end of the video. One of which is actually a move, and it is in fact a move that is only for Kazooie, so we need to find some split up pads. And this is actually going to be Kazooie's attack move, sort of like Banjo's backpack that we learned in the last part, or last level, I should say. So if we blow this thing up in the middle of town that has a crack in it, which means we should hit it with a grenade egg, there will be split up pads here. And if we switch to Kazooie, there are 2 things we can do. The first of which, if we come over to this shock jump pad, like I said earlier, Kazooie will get much more height by herself, so we can reach these doubloons up here, and that will give us a total of 20, and that is enough for the jiggy, but there are still more doubloons to get. There are 4 in here, and we are now just missing another 4. This move requires exactly 100 less notes than we have, and it is the wing whack. And so basically all it is Jam Jars is teaching Kazooie how to defend herself when she is out of Banjo's backpack. And this is what the wing whack looks like, and it works pretty much like any other move. One hit should kill most things. You probably won't actually use it that much. It's not all that useful of a move. It doesn't get used often because there's not a lot of times you encounter bad guys as just Kazooie. Now the cutscene for buying that Jiggy for 20 doubloons, which we now have, takes a bit of time because there's a bunch of back and forth between Kazooie and the cashier. So I want to make sure that we don't hit the time limit. So we will come inside Mumbo's and get the last of the doubloons. And we are also going to break open this hole in this wall and go on through it. And there's not actually anything that we can do currently in this area, but I'd like to show it off with the last minute and a half or so we have. I'm not actually going to talk to him, but there is, well, first of all, there's a buccaneer pirate type bad guy here, and there's this turtle. Basically, he's a dad turtle, and he can't get his egg to hatch, and we can't do anything about it right now, but we can do something about it later when we learn a move in actually the next level, so we will have to come back for that. But I just wanted to show off that beach to you guys. I don't think there's anything else there at all except for that tip-top turtle guy. But with that, we are going to end the video here. We need to go find a Globo and talk to Mumbo before we can do much more else in this level. But that is it for this part. We are out of time, so I thank you guys for watching.